Good afternoon here, folks, ladies and gentlemen, people of the hour. This old G-man setting up another show, and boy, is this is going to be some kind of different doozy of a show. We have a couple of our new pro staff guys, the Webb boys from up on top of the mountain. They're bloodthirsty hunters, but they're full circle people. They take care of predators. They do it all. I mean, they're just absolute superior outdoorsmen, and you're going to watch this right here. This is a wintertime deal that you do. They're trapping all kinds of known predators in this area, and man, are they good at it. So we're going to dive right into that. I've never edited anything like this. It's probably going to be an absolute jumbled mess, but I'm going to give it a shot. So bear with me. I hope you enjoy it. But this is a 101 lesson in working on trapping predators, and of course, you know, they're going to take them out, because the whole point of trapping them is to getting rid of them. So y'all enjoy this, and I hope you learn something, because I'm definitely going to learn as I watch this and start trying to do some of this myself on my ground. So everybody needs to do this. If everybody pitched in and helped, I guarantee you a hunt will be better. So y'all stay with us, enjoy, and hope I don't screw this up too bad. Get Ethan and Grayson their fair shake on this.
Alright, it's December 20th. Grayson and I are start getting the trap line out. It's been, I would rather trap than breed, but I grew up and got a real job and don't get to do it much anymore. But we've both got a couple weeks of Christmas off, and we're going to set some traps. So. First set. So I'm a scent control freak on trapping. I got rubber boots on, clean clothes, rubber gloves, traps prepared here. MB550. Touch them barehanded, and try not to touch anything in the general area of the trap barehanded. So there's two types of sets that I primarily make. Flat sets and dirt holes. So wide open food plot. We got a big rolling pasture field behind us. We got an interstate right here. Rock or a stump or anything, so I'm gonna do a flat set. When I get done, the goal is for the ground to look exactly like it does right now. Still froze this morning. So with the dirt hole, I just throw dirt everywhere. With the flat set, I want it to look exactly like it did before when I get done. So I try to put all my dirt in the sifter so it doesn't make a mess. Kind of the shape of the trap dug out in the ground. drove the anchor down in the ground, and then you got to pull it and set it. So it's a 12-inch anchor. You can see the top of the cables right at the top of the ground. Alright, so right here we got dry dirt. The most important thing with sets are scent control, in my opinion, scent control, and that the trap gets bedded solid. If they smell you, they're not going to work the set. If they don't smell you, and they work the set, but the ground's spongy, they're not going to step on your trap, or they may dig it up. So, line the bottom with some dry dirt. And this is just common table salt. I don't get iodized. I just get regular salt. Just line the whole area. Keep it from freezing. If your trap freezes up, it won't go off either. Check it in your hole. Pretty solid. I'm going to work around the edges here. On a flat set, as the name suggests, you want everything flat. You don't want the trap recessed down in the ground. Alright. Trap shape again. Feeling pretty solid. Now, what I always do, this is the loose jaw. If you leave it like that and they step on the loose jaw, see how the trap wiggles. I get the two ears and the dog side solid, and then I'll take a rock, put it right here under the loose jaw, where the loose jaw sits on it. Now look at that. That's solid. Alright, so I got the trap bedded. Now inside the actual jaws of the trap, I've used everything. I've put the foam under the pan. I've put pan covers. The easiest thing I've found is just dry peat moss that's been sifted. So this is peat moss, it's real spongy. Just feel the inside. You're not going to pack this, you're just going to feel the void. So put the inside of the jaws of peat moss, layer a little salt. Now we got to get it packed in and bedded solid. Or it's already bedded solid, we got to get packed in around it. So you just got to keep in mind where the jaws of the trap are, and everything on the outside of that you got to pack solid. See right there, I pushed on this jaw, and this jaw's coming up a little, so I need to work around it. Pushing on that ear, it's good. That ear, it's good. Loose jaw, it's not moving at all. It's solid. All right. Now, I'll take my dirt, existing dirt. What this dirt does, it's got a little moisture in it. That dry dirt will not pack super great. It'll still move around with you. So you just pack it with a flat hand, and you use some of the dirt that's still got a little moisture in it, put a little cap. Just pat it down. So the kill spot is right there. The only spot I didn't pack. Because if they step there, they're got anyway. Sometimes I'll lightly pack it. Alright. So everything's solid. As you can tell, about every time I do anything, I just add a light layer of salt. Nothing worse than doing all this work and coming to check traps and then being froze. The last layer of existing dirt. Pack around it. Level everything out where it's flat. Alright, now we got to blend it in. So around here all the grass is inch and a half tall. What I'm going to do is on each side of the set, just take some grass. You don't want big clumps because it will clog the trap up. You just want little sprigs of grass, almost like lawn clippings. So this, I'm going to do a flat set with no guiding, no backing, anything. All I'm going to do here, we got a trap in the middle of a wide open field, basically. The only draw here is going to be smell. There's not going to be anything visual. There's nothing about this set that is intimidating to a coyote unless he smells us, which we're going out of our way to try to make that not happen. As long as he doesn't smell us, this right here looks just like the rest of the field. So now the draw, call this the four corners flat set. So the jaw, or the pan of the trap is right there. I'm gonna draw a square around it with 4 holes. I'll put bait in 2 holes and lure in 2 holes. Now these holes, if you drive them straight up and down, they can try to dig them up, look down in them, smell them from every direction. I like to angle them towards the trap. They don't have to be super deep, so that's probably 4 or 5 inches deep. Little hole there. Little hole there. That's it. So come over here over the shoulder, Grayson. So this set literally looks just like the rest of the field. You got the trap right here, blend it in, hole, 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 and I'm gonna put bait and lure and lure. So they'll be coming through the field, smell it, come up here to investigate, and in the chaos of smelling all 4 holes, eventually they're gonna step on that pan. So that's the first set. First set I've put in like 3 years, getting the rust off, but getting going. We're gonna probably set 20-25 sets today. We're gonna trade positions, let Grayson set one. Alright, so Grayson's still punching his set in. Got a hill that rolls off right here. That's a thicket, laurel thicket. Comes down to a flat. This used to be a food plot. The deer have mowed it. But right here you've got a creek. Right there's the highway. So you got a long running barrier. I've got trail camera right there, and I get pictures at least twice a week of a coyote or bobcat running that edge. So we're going to put a couple sets up there as well. We're about 150 yards away.
These things have those humps on, right?
Yeah. So these traps, MB 550s, they've got a notch in them. So when it clicks into place, it's set perfect. Grayson's putting his rock under the loose jaw. You don't want to get much of that outside of the jaws because it don't pack very good. See, he's putting all of his weight on it, trying to. Oh, and now we'll get to start over. You got to keep it in your mind where your pan is, but it happens.
Salty, man.
All right, check day one. Right here, pocket set. Got a muskrat floating. Here's the real surprise. That is a river otter. See if I can get across here without falling in. So this was set up under the alders. And he got wrapped up in the alders before he got down the drowner. What do you think?
I think that's a pretty good first night's catch.
So we're gonna get this otter taken care of. And we'll check some land traps in the daylight. Alright, here we are, first check morning. We've got a mad river otter. So this was the set back in the alders. Little pocket set up in the alders that I set. We're gonna get him taken care of. He didn't make it down the drowner because of he got wrapped up in the alders. He's mad, but got an otter in that one. Nothing in the coon cuffs. And then that right there is a muskrat. and he's drowned. And my other pocket set. So that worked just like it was supposed to. We're gonna get this otter taken care of before he gets out, and we'll check the land traps in daylight. Alright, so it's first check morning. We started real early because trying to get to church on time. Went and checked the water traps first. We actually cheated. We swung the headlights across the field, and we know we've got something behind the house right here. But we wanted to get good footage. You let it get daylight, so we went to check the water traps first. Had a big surprise there, a big old otter and a muskrat first night. So that was nice, getting off in the water at about 25 degrees at 6:30 in the morning. But anyway, we got the water traps taken care of. I'm pulling in the driveway now to the farm, and we know there's something back here. Not 100% sure what it is, but check day one's going pretty good. We hadn't trapped any of these places in 2 or 3 years. And it should be a target-rich environment. I know what that is. You see it?
Yeah, give me just a second. I want to focus. Yep, that would be the old coyote.
And that is how you know that you're doing it right. Coyote is the hardest thing to catch in a foot trap. They're the snakiest and easiest to smell a rat and get out of there when you catch a coyote the first night. So this coyote was caught, whatever, 12 to 18 hours after the trap was set. So the trap hadn't even had a full day to air out, and I already caught a coyote. So that is the test to know that you've done it right. If you catch a coyote first night, don't change anything. I believe that's in your set, Grayson.
I think so.
See if I can run my set over going to your set.
Probably will.
That's awesome. That will do.
Man, he made a pretty little catch circle right there.
Yeah. There he is. First night coyote in the old dirt hole. That will do. This is the first land set we've checked, and he was fully committed. He's got his entire foot in that trap. No blood. If we let him go, he would run off just like he is, perfectly fine. Well, there's one off the farm. Let's see how many we can make in the next 2 weeks. We're gonna get him dispatched and do a remake. Alright, got a big bull coon right here. This is the set coming out of the mountain going into the farm, the power line. Got 2 sets here. Mine's got a big coon. As you can tell, coons really destroy the set. So we'll get him taken care of here, dispatched, and the rest of the video I'll be trying to put this back together. Alright, so right here, got pasture field, rolls off into the mountain. Got thousands of acres of mountain that way. This way, that's actually my house right there, a chicken lot. So
I actually shot a coyote right over this little hump this summer, coming out of the mountain towards the farm right at dark. So we got 2 sets here. I've got a dirt hole right there. Grayson's putting one in right there. As you can see, my backing on this one is a cow patty. It don't have to be anything exciting, just whatever looks natural. So same thing, different set. I dug a little bigger dirt hole with this one, probably a 2-inch diameter. Center of the pan's right there, about 9 inches back from the hole. Got a guide there, and a guide there. Threw a little bit of chaff around to make things look natural. And that one's ready to go. Grayson's probably 20 yards away on this one. He's doing the same thing, using a cow patty as a backing. Got a little dirt hole under it. And he's putting his loose jaw rock in right now. About to get everything locked in solid. This place I've caught there's fence crossings there, another one right there, one right down here in this corner. Just coyote fur like crazy on the bottom strand of barbed wire, so we know that they come out of the mountain into the farm at night, and northwest wind is predominant. It's blowing this way. So from my setup there, northwest wind kind of covers this top fence crossing right here at the brace. Grayson's got his here. Northwest wind blows down towards the couple crossings in that corner down there at those braces. So we do play the wind a lot with trapping. Like right in here, why would we set these traps here in this 5-acre pasture field? Well, the idea is just playing the wind. 80% of the time we got a northwest wind, so if we go over here and put it on this hump, northwest wind will blow down to the fence line, so if they were running that fence they would smell it. But if they weren't running the fence, from there the wind's just going to go off into space. If they come out of this corner and come up this edge, the wind from Grayson's set should blow right towards them. So that'll be a wind, kind of a wind tunnel going that way. And my set is offset that way, probably 20 yards. It'll kind of cover this upper brace. So that's what we're thinking in theory. Grayson's about got his locked in here. We're gonna get it done, baited and lured, and then we're going to the main part of the farm. We'll go over here and get some sets in. So we'll show you those in a few.
Alright, so we were riding through this field to go check the traps we just had the coon. I thought I seen a possum out here. The stubble in the field's about 8 inches tall. It was this bobcat that was bent down, hunkered down in the field trying to hide from us. But pretty cool. First night bobcat. This was a flat set. Like I think we showed this one yesterday. Is got this path going through the field and just made a little hump on each side and put bait in. Just walk around a little bit.
good mixed bag. Alright, so we didn't show these sets the other day, but what we've got here something a little bit educated is digging around. So you can see they dug a little and dug a little. They're not, the game's not over, but they're a little suspicious. So we hadn't had a visit in 3 days. Last night we finally had a visit on the other side of the farm. The trap pen was right here, and there was a coyote track right here and a coyote track right here. So he had walked up and smelled the set and just walked off. Nothing's hurt there, just leave it alone, he'll be back. So right here we got something digging around a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, when he came last night, there was this big open circle, as you can see, and the trap pan is right here. So he dug around right here. What I'm gonna do is take some of these leaves and move the dirt circle. The trap's in the same spot, but last night he came up and there was bare dirt. He dug around in it. Didn't dig the trap up all the way, not a huge deal. He don't know what's going on, but he's a little suspicious. So I'm just going to cheat all of my guiding up where it looks like I'm protecting the trap right here, but the trap pan is actually right here. So I'm hoping he'll come up if he tries to dig again and try to dig up in here and step in the trap right here. May work, may not. I don't like to mess with sets unless I have to. This one I had to. And we got another set right over here. He messed with it a little bit too. So you can see this one, he really dug around. So the trap pan is right there. Everything's still bedded solid. He just dug around with dry dirt like an archaeologist and managed to not get caught. So I'm going to repack around the edges. Blend everything back in. Do the same thing I did on the last one. He may be smelling something. He may be a coyote that has evaded me in the past and he kind of knows what's going on. You never know. He also could have just came in to work the set and stepped and just so happened to step in a spot that was soft and then got suspicious. You never know. Sometimes these diggers will give you a fit for a week and you'll never catch them. And sometimes a little adjustment like this, he'll be sitting here the next day. So the trap pan's right here. All I'm doing is brushing it in a little better. And it doesn't look super unnatural. I mean, the wind blows here every day like crazy, so the wind easily could have just blown these leaves in here last night. Stick to hold the leaves in place. Leaves in the dirt hole. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do. Minimal intrusion, but just make a little adjustment and see if we can get him tonight. So the pan's right here. So what I'm hoping he'll do is come up to, if he comes up to dig again, I'm hoping he'll come up and be focused in this area and step in the trap right here. Alright. So we're going to leave it like that and see if we can fool him this time. It's worth a try. The good thing is if another coyote comes along, or critter, I can't tell by the track if it's a coyote or a fox, but if another critter comes along that isn't smelling a rat, that set'll still catch him. So we'll put new bait just because we're here, might as well, and see what happens. Alright, so this is kind of a mud hole, very similar to the last coon remake. They make a mess, especially when they're caught by the back foot. Do the best I can here. And you've seen that fluff I just pulled off. Try to get rid of it because it'll make the ground feel unstable. On these remakes, some of them are smooth and simple, some of them are an absolute mess. This is one of the absolute messes. You just got to do the best you can. We've had a little rain the last 2 nights, so everything's mud. Do the setting off the trap trick to get rid of the mud. Don't get rid of all of it, but it helps. All this caked mud and these springs and everything, when it's 10 degrees in a few nights, will freeze up on you. So you gotta try to take care of that. One good thing about when it's muddy is you can just hammer in a trap bed at the shape of the trap. Really going to be liberal with the salt here because it's supposed to be frigid in a few days. I still got some mud in the springs of the trap, so I'll salt the trap itself. Sometimes you got to play with the loose jaw rock some to get it like you want it. There we go. All right. Dirt hole punched back in. Kind of close it off where they can only see down in it from right over the trap. It just rototilled everything, and it rained last night, so everything's soft and spongy.
mud will not sift good at all. I get some mud in there, mix some dry dirt with it, and sift it through, and it blends better than just dry dirt. But all you can do when it's muddy like this. It doesn't look as good as I set wood a few days ago. And you want about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16 of an inch of dirt over the pan. Alright, so my pan's right here. Put some guiding. Since the whole area is tore up with little dirt clods everywhere, just sprinkle some around to try to blend things in a little bit. You just want your trap to match as close as you can everything around it. So where this is a remake, a little harder to do. Salting the whole area. Get rid of this hump of stuff. Not the greatest looking set there's ever been, but you gotta work with what you got. So we'll put some lure in the hole and let it ride, see what happens. Last trap of the day. Like 55 degrees last night, 20-mile-an-hour wind. We wasn't expecting much, and that is confirmed. So we'll take care of this coon, do this remake, and go check the water traps. Got it. Alright, we're back at the creek sets. Got a coon in this dog proof right on the bank, just like we planned. Kept from plugging up the water sets. Usually that would be nice because you wouldn't have to put your waders on and mess with the water sets, but we've actually got, the water level has dropped since we set them, and our traps are out of the water. So all you got to do in that situation is just dig your trap bed a little deeper. All of them are out of the water. You just got to dig your trap bed a little deeper in the mud and drop the trap where it'll be under the water again. But a little dog proof trick worked. If the traps were still underwater, we could take care of him, reset this in about 30 seconds and keep going. Kept him from plugging the mink sets, but the mink sets need a little work anyway, so I'll put the waders on, take care of this guy, and that's it for the day. Maybe we'll get some more exciting stuff in a few days. Hope so. Alright, Christmas morning. Finally back in the good stuff. Got a coyote right here. It'll be a absolute mud hole. Grayson's third coyote, second this year. And this is the set that I remade yesterday that was such a mud hole with a coon in it. Got another coon in it. So
So we got a double right here beside the house. What do you think?
I think it's awesome.
It's gonna be a real easy remake. Nothing but mud. That's good. I'm sick of boring days of nothing, so got rid of that today, didn't we?
Sure did.
Another pretty coat, not rubbed at all. Good and fluffy. Completely committed. Got its whole paw in the trap. That's good. We're gonna get it taken care of and get back to the house before the 3-year-old wakes up on Christmas. Got another big boar coon right here. Looks about exactly like the one we caught here yesterday. Got a whole paw in it too. Nothing bleeding, just caught. We're gonna get these taken care of and remade. Wish it was daylight. This would be a cool picture. About 15 yards apart, coyote and a coon. Kind of in a hurry this morning, so we're probably not going to video in the dark remakes, but we're going to do the best we can with this mud hole and go check a few more. Christmas morning, the last set. Trying to get back to the house to open presents with the little ones. Grayson got a big coon. This is the spot that had the whatever it was digging around the last few days. Readjusted it yesterday. I don't know if it was the coon that was digging or not. I couldn't see any tracks, but either way, got a coon. We're kind of in a rush this morning. He's grabbing his remake stuff. Kind of in a rush, but trying to get a little film while we're at it. The rest of the trap line we should be pretty good on time, but it ain't no wonder the turkeys are struggling to raise. We've got so many. Every coon we've caught has been a big mature boar, or I hadn't trapped here in a while, 3 or 4 years. There's just nest predators and actual coyotes and bobcats everywhere. We've caught 2 coyotes now, and I shot 4, maybe 5 this summer, just mowing hay and in the evenings from my back porch. I let it, so there's already been 7 coyotes, and I think this makes 4th or 5th coon, a possum and a bobcat taking off our little 50-acre farm here. So it needed to be done. We're trying to balance everything, but we got about 10 more days to see what else we can get. Grayson's coming with his remake stuff. We're going to punch it in quick as we can, and we'll be checking in the daylight the rest of the time. Well, it's the day after Christmas. We're about done checking. It's just cracking daylight. So we're going to set a new farm today is the plan. Got a little early start. Right here at the house it's kind of starting to peter out. We're still catching a little bit, but I feel like we've got the cream of the crop, but don't see this every day. Got a possum by the tail. He got very unlucky. Anyway, we're going to get him taken care of and remake his set. We got, I think, 4 more to check. And then we're going to take all of our set stuff to the creek and we'll show you what we do. Starting over with new sets, I want to clean everything, get any foreign smells off of it before we start from ground zero. So we'll show you how we do that, but we're going to take care of this possum, do a quick little remake, and set some more traps to up our odds for the rest of the week. So that's the plan. Alright, so it's the 5th check day. Just got done running our sets, not much going on. So we're going to set a new farm today. This is a pretty important step. So these buckets, all of this set making stuff, has got possum, bobcat, coyote, all kinds of smells on it from the last few days of trapping. So we just come to a creek, this is pretty important because if you set a new set and you're handling the trap and the traps are wax coated, which sucks up smell, you're handling the trap, you've got coat all over your hands. Just the trap will smell like an animal. Everything around it just smell like normal dirt, and could make them dig your trap. So I like to come to a creek because this creek sand is abrasive. I just rub it on everything. We're out here in the deeper water. I just do that with everything. You've also seen every set we're putting a loose jaw on rocks. This is also where I get the rocks. So I'll just come out here in the creek. Just sift through, get the rocks like the ones we need. Just throw them in the bottom of our set bucket. That's probably 15 or 20, that should be good. I like to just get everything out. Even the salt canisters, obviously you don't want to get water in them because everything will quit spreading, but just rub them, get some of this. When I used to run big trap lines, I would do this daily sometimes. I'd make so many remakes every day. I'd just take 10 minutes and wash everything off just to start blank slate. So I've got two sets of set making equipment. I've got a fresh set bucket and a remake bucket. So it's not quite as important for me as it would be if you were using the same stuff. Like Grayson, he's got one set of equipment. So it's going to be really important that he gets all those catch smells off of his set. Alright, so got pretty much everything washed. Now I'm going to go ahead and refill my salt jugs. And this is just common table salt, but I get non-iodized. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I read somewhere one time that it did. And I've done it that way ever since. As you can see, the peat moss and dirt buckets, while I'm doing all this, I've just got them setting in the creek where the bottom will get washed off. As you've seen, every remake, those two buckets are sitting there in the catch circle where they've been beating around and leaving smell all night.
took all of 10 minutes. It is well worth the time. Just setting the clock back on the scent, starting all over with everything scent free. Very important. So I'm gonna get all this put back in mine. Then let Grayson wash his. We're gonna set another dozen or so. See what happens.